Today is Veterans Day, and it's a very special honor and privilege to have Captain Pete Thompson join us on the couch here for Good Morning Vail. Captain Pete, how we doing?
How nice to be here, Ross. This is always wonderful. I love being in Vail, and I always watch TV 8.
I appreciate that. I think we should be celebrating our veterans every day, really. But tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you get in, and let's start there. When did you kind of get in?
I joined the military in 1965 because of probably two primary reasons. In 1965, I was a 19-year-old kid, and I was tired of being in school, tired of study halls, tired of exams. I wanted to go out and do something grown-up. And I had an opportunity, and in those days it was very honorable. I went into the military, and I served in the military first as an enlisted man, and then I qualified to go to officer candidate school and became an officer.
Wow, that's amazing. That's quite a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm actually 80 years of age, and I served, like I say, for 6 years in the military, and then I've been a veteran for 55 years. So I've been in and around the military and as a veteran for about 60 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you for your service. Anyone local to Vail knows your name. You're always out for a lot of our veterans events throughout the year, and always good to see you out there. What's it like? I mean, you said you've been a veteran for 50 plus years. What's it like being a veteran today?
Being a veteran today, I have found it always to be a great honor to have served in the military, to have been part of a mission greater than myself. And I have been a veteran in both the best of times, like today, and the worst of times, like back during the Vietnam era. And the best of times, like today, when I'm in uniform or when I have a baseball cap on that identifies me as a veteran, I'll get a lot of people, the general public, children, adults, older people, come up and say, thank you for your service. And from that, I'll get into some very interesting conversations with them about America, about dogs, about Vail, about, it's just, I find it a great honor to be a veteran today. And even in the worst of times, back during the Vietnam era, when a lot of the public maybe turned against the military and against soldiers, it was still an honor to me because I know I had been serving honorably a cause greater than myself. And to that day, and therefore I've always felt it a great honor to be a veteran.
Yeah, and it really is amazing, the sacrifices made to do what you did. And speaking of which, would you go back and do it again?
Would I do it again? Absolutely. I'd do it again for many more reasons than what I originally used. Originally, I went in because I wanted to get out of school.
Right.
And because back in 1965, there was a great evil in the world. And everybody, adult, all of us knew about it. It was called communism. And I had a chance to go fight communism. Today, those reasons might still probably get out of school, going and doing something adult. And it was such an honorable thing back then. But also, what I've learned, in the military, I was either being trained or training others. It's always training, always learning, always growing up. And I found that a great reason why I would do it again, too. And I would probably have stayed in longer and gotten more training.
Yeah, amazing.
It is. I mean, don't you have a brother who's in the military?
That's right.
And what is he doing? Is he getting trained?
Always. He's a big trainer, too.
Well, yeah.
From what I
We're
understand.
always training. And here's what's wonderful. We get paid to get trained.
Yes.
We don't have to, when we go to college, we don't have to pay $40,000, $50,000. We get paid.
Yes.
So the military today is, I think, one of the best kept secrets in the world. Because according to the Census Department, we veterans, in our post-military service, we earn more, 16 or 17% more than a non-military person. And we vote more. And we, apparently, according to the Census Bureau, we live longer. So wait a minute. We live longer, we get paid more, and we vote more. Why doesn't everybody join the service?
Not? Yeah, why
it's
not?
It's a great one of the best kept secrets in America.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I always joke that, my brother, people in the military go out training. I joke that they're out sleeping in dirt while I'm out here snowboarding every day. So I like to say thank you to our service members because of that freedom. I can grow my hair out and have a weird mustache if I want. I can go snowboard every day if I want. So really, truly, thank you for everyone for their service. That's what today's all about.
And it's a great honor that we be able to let you go snowboard and grow your hair. In fact, grow your hair nice and long.
Yes.
Ross, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What's going on today? I know you got some speaking going on, but what's today about for you? And where
Today we will be presenting at several of the local schools, standing up and explaining what it means to be a veteran. And at 4 o'clock, we will have a presentation at Freedom Park to which all are invited, the public, all veterans, of course, in which we will be making a dedication to all veterans, honoring their service. And you will see veterans from, I think we have one of them who actually participated in World War II.
Wow.
So we'll have young veterans and older veterans, and that'll be at Freedom Park at 4 o'clock today.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. Freedom Park, there's a lot of history there, right?
There's a lot of history for all first responders.
That's right, that's right.
That's both firemen and policemen and ski patrol and military who have done public service of some type, and that's what Freedom Park is all about.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. What do you tell young adults or young people that are getting into the military? What's kind of like your big piece of advice for them?
I tell them what I've just mentioned to you. There's so much wonderful training. We have 180 different professions that we train for in the military, from dog keeper to dog handler to cybersecurity analysts to mechanics to pilots, all sorts of things. In fact, 90% of training in the military has absolutely nothing to do with combat. 90% of it has that making the world work right. And I tell young people coming into the military, choose your profession. Choose 2 or 3 of them. My first year in the military, when I was just an enlisted man, at basic training, I learned basically first responder CPR. Before I'd gotten out of there, I'd learned to be a firefighter. The wooden barracks we lived in those days, I don't know if you remember, in those days all of us smoked cigarettes.
Okay.
So we all learned basic firefighting to fight a fire in one of our wooden barracks buildings. So within the first year, I was a first responder of CPR. I was a firefighter. I was also a heavy equipment operator, cranes and bulldozers. And in the next year, I became a surveyor. So again, it was the training all the time. I would advise a young man today going into the military, what do you want to be? Here are 190 options. Choose your 3 or 4.
Yeah, amazing,
Yep.
amazing. Captain Thompson, thanks so much for joining us. Anything else I should ask you? Anything else do you think people should know on this big day today?
I think we've covered it. But
Okay.
please, if you know anybody, if you know someone out there who's a veteran, please call them up on Veterans Day and say, thank you for your service.
Yes.
And thank you, TV8.
Yes, thank you, Captain Thompson, and it really is. It's a year-round thanks. We live this life because of our military and people that make a huge sacrifice, sometimes the ultimate sacrifice. So really thank you to our service members today and every day, and thank you to you, Captain Thompson.
And Ross, we'll take you anytime you want to join.
If the military needs someone to sit on a couch and read TV, I'll be there.
The Military Academy, Army, Navy, Air Force Military Academies ski teams will be here December 6th, 7th, and 8th training.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Are snowboarders allowed in ski training?
You know, that's a good question. I do not know the answer to that.
And we'll have to check into that. Well, Captain Thompson, I hope you have a great day today, and thank you again for your service. And thanks to everyone out there who's served in the military, and we will be right back with the rest of the show.